General term is what? TR plus 1th term called as NCR x power n minus binomial theorem in the algebra. Right, my dear. So now I will go with another beautiful topic called a binomial theorem in the algebra. Binomial theorem in the algebra. So what is the binomial theorem is saying is, write down, x plus y whole power n can be written as what? Sigma r equal to 0 to n, ncr into x power n minus r into y power r, called as sigma r equal to 0 to n tr plus 1. Tr plus 1th term. That's nothing but what? Put r0 means t1 plus t2 plus and so on plus what? Tn plus 1. So total how many terms are there? N plus 1 terms. N plus 1 terms. Now when I replace x with minus y, then what I will get, do you know? Similarly, you will get it as minus whole power r into ncr into x power n minus r into y power r. So you can write it as sigma r equal to 0 to n tr plus 1. You can write the same thing, right? You can write the same thing. So how many terms will be there? N plus 1 terms. So what are the general term in this? What are the general term? Here, general term is what? TR plus 1th term called as NCR, x power n minus r, y power r. Add both, then what you will get? Quick. If you add both, write it, quick. Now, when I add both, I'll get what? Do you know what I will get? Adding means alternate plus minus terms will cancel. You will get 2 times of what? NC naught x power n y power 0. NC1 cancelled. So what you will get? NC 2 y power 2 like that. So the number of terms here is 2 things you will get. Take it down. Number of terms is when n is even, when n is odd. When n is even and when n is odd. N plus 2 by 2 when n is even, and when n is odd, n plus 1 by 2. That's correct. That is about plus. When I have a minus, hey, what is this? Number of terms. When I have minus, are you writing? When I have minus, do you know what you will get is? When n is even, when n is odd. Remember, my dear, when n is odd, it will always remain same. N plus 1 by 2 only. But when n is even, that fellow is nothing but n by 2. N by 2. Basic questions they will ask. The next one in this is, finished? No. How many middle terms will be there? Middle terms. In this x plus y whole power n, when n is even, when n is odd. When n is even, you can just take x plus y whole square. You will have only one middle term, x square plus 2xy plus y square. Middle term is 2xy. Means you will have one middle term. And whose position is t n plus 2 by 2th. T n plus 2 by 2th. When n is odd, you will have how many middle terms? Two middle terms will be there. And their position is t n plus 1 by 2th and t n plus 3 by 2th. Can I repeat? T n plus 1 by 2th and t n plus 3 by 2th. Have you got it what I said? Shall I? Clear everyone? Now move to the next one is the coefficient of x power m in ax power p plus b by x power q whole power r is whole power n is coefficient of tr plus 1th term. TR plus coefficient of TR plus 1. Here R is, remember this formula, R is NP minus M by P plus Q. Okay? The next one is, if M is 0, we call it as what? Term independent of x or constant term. So in that case, what R will become? NP by P plus Q. P by P plus Q. Shall I? The next one is middle term always will have greatest binomial coefficient. Greatest binomial coefficient. Middle term will always have what? Greatest binomial coefficient. Therefore, in the expansion 1 plus x whole power n, in the expansion of 1 plus x whole power n, when n is even, NC n by 2 is the GBC. This fellow is called GBC. What is GBC means? Greatest binomial coefficient. NC n by 2. When n is odd, you will get NC n minus 1 by 2 or NC n plus 1 by 2. NC n minus 1 by 2 or NC n plus 1 by 2. Let us suppose one question I just want to give here because you may get some confusion. The greatest value of (20c x is dash). The greatest value of 20c x is dash. Somebody asked something like that. So here, look here. Here n is 20. The greatest value is nothing but 20c n by 2. 10. That's it. Simple question, huh? They already asked in competitive exams. Take it up. The next one is, after this, look here. In your x plus y whole power n, that's nothing but, can you repeat? nc naught x power n minus y power 0, nc1 x power n minus 1, y power 1, and so on, ncn x power n minus n, y power n, like this. You will get now. If I replace x with 1, y with x, then my equation will become 1 plus x whole power n. Can you give it? C naught plus C1. Are you getting? C2 and so on. Cn x power n. Clear? In this, if I put x equal to 1, what I will get? Sum of binomial coefficients I will get. If I put x equal to minus 1, I'll get what you know, C0, C2, C4, and so on is equal, C1, C3, and so on is equal 2 power n minus 1. Do you know what is this? Sum of odd coefficient, sum of even coefficient, both are equal, and both is equal to 2 power n minus 1. Shall I move to the next? Clear? Finished up. So in the binomial coefficients, you will have a lot of concepts which you have to remember. Quickly write it down. One such beautiful thing you have to remember is C naught when I put R0, can you say what you will get? Sum of, what you will get? Sum of squares of the coefficients. So put R0 there, 2n, Cn. The next one is, shall I move to the next? Right. So the next one is, if I have a polynomial something like this, then first point, sum of coefficients is, can you say what is that? By putting what? By putting x 1. Sum of coefficients is f of 1. Next point. Sum of coefficients of even powers of x is equal to, just add it with minus 1 by 2. Similar thing, but odd powers is just what? Subtract it. Just subtract it. F of 1 minus f of minus 1 by 2. Clear? Hey, can you go back to the earlier page and write down this beautiful point also there itself? We forgot it. MC naught NCR, MC1 NCR minus 1, and so on, MCR NC naught. We did it. We did this in day before yesterday class. When you add the suffixes, if it is a constant, 0 plus R is R, 1 plus R minus 1 is R, R, R. Then answer is, did you remember? Add above, and below. I think all of you got it. M plus N CR. Clear, my dear? A beautiful point, we forgot it. Clear? Now, so this is the thing. Now the next one is, take it down. The next thing you have to learn here is number of terms in the expression in x plus 1, x plus 2, and so on, x plus k whole power n is, right, on the number of terms is, n plus k minus 1c k minus 1. Can you remember the formula? N plus k minus 1c k minus 1. Next one is coefficient of x power minus 1 in x minus 1, x minus 2, and so on, x minus n is minus of n into n plus 1 by 2. Same thing. Coefficient of x power n minus 1 in x plus 1, x plus 2, and so on, x plus n is, when I have plus here, is n into n plus 1 by 2. Rarely they will ask this, but they will ask this thing frequently because it's a tough question. Coefficient of x power n minus 2 in is nothing but, remember this formula, n into n plus 1 into n minus 1 into 3n plus 2 by 24. Remember this. This is a beautiful formula you have to remember. Closing with the last point. Or last but one point. If if the coefficient of pth, qth terms of 1 plus x whole power n are equal, then what? P plus Q is n plus 2. Point number 2. If coefficients of r plus 1, r plus 2th terms of 1 plus x whole power n are in AP, then n square minus 4r plus 1n plus 4r square equal to 2. And remember, if they are in HP, then n minus 2r whole square plus n equal to 0. Clear? Last point of binomial theorem is if a plus root b whole power n is equal to I plus f such that 0 less than f less than 1 and a square minus b equal to 1, then point number 1, I is an odd positive integer. Point number 2 is I plus f into 1 minus f is always 1. Beautiful question, Ra. This is actually board exam question, but they will directly ask this in objective. Right, my dear? So with this, I can close binomial theorem and we can see the remaining in the next class.